Well, good morning. It's New Year's Day 2026. All the babies are happy to be out of their stall, jumping all around. They're going to hang around their mamas. I give them they're about a week old, a little over a week old maybe, or just at a week old. And so I give them about 30 minutes out, sometimes twice a day, most of the time just once a day. Now, next week, they're going to get a lot more time out and they're going to be able to mingle some more. But I have to watch when I have the two mamas out. These two get along great. There's another mom. She's fiercely protective of her babies, and anything that comes near her, even the goats over here that are on this side of the fence, she's trying to ram the fence to get to them because she believes everything is a threat to her baby. So I can't fault her there. She right now is pregnant, the one that's coming out of there. So I'm letting her get acquainted. They don't seem to be bothered by her. They don't ram her or anything. I'm letting her get acquainted with the little babies that are running around. And she, I think, is pregnant, and I know the spotted one there, she should be due any minute. This only one I believe isn't pregnant, and I don't believe she's pregnant, but she might be. I know that one's not. So we could have 2 to 3 more. I doubt we have 4 more, but we just increased from 14 goats to 20 goats in no time, within a week or 8 days or something like that. So these are pretty much what I live for. I didn't have much of a choice, right? What are you doing, mister? Huh? Yep, that's a little boy. That's a little boy. And his sister is right there, standing next to somebody else's mom. Oh, okay. So there's the boy. There's the sister. She belongs, the black and white one with the shoulder stripe there belongs to that mom, and so does that one that's black and white. So it's easier for me to tell who's who and don't want to put them in the wrong place. And this one's trying to figure out how to drink water. This is kind of a new experience. Can't figure out why your ears are getting in there. But I like to see that they teach themselves. I also got them some rolled oats, which is real fine, so they can try to start to eat, so they don't just rely on mom's milk. I think mom inside there, I think she's dried up because I've had to give them so much milk when she was sick, and I had to give her the antibiotic. That didn't have anything to do with drying her up, I don't think, but because they were not feeding from her, I was giving them the vast majority of their feedings because she couldn't. One of her udders was not working at all. It was so swelled up she couldn't even sit down. So I gave her a 7-day course of injectable vitamin B complex, along chasing it with the penicillin injection. And so she was getting 5 cc's a day. And this one over here is trying to run the other babies off so they don't get confused. Yep, I know you're going to be a good mama, Lily. Yes, you are, aren't you? You just come over to get your head scratched? I know. You'll stand there all day, won't you? You're a good girl. Yes. Yes, you is. You're a good girl. What? What? Want to give me kisses? Okay. Oh, you're not done yet? What if I'm done? That spot right in between there, they love that because they have a hard time scratching that. They can't really find anything that'll scratch it. And when they're itchy, they'll take their horns and scratch back here. They'll tilt their head to the side to try to get an itch. So that drives you crazy, when you got an itch and you can't scratch. This barn, I leave it open, this little red storage kind of thing I call a barn. I leave it open at night with a light in there so they can get out of any kind of weather or wind. These two are learning how to play with each other, the males. Right now, I've got these males separated. There's 4 males. I have them separated because And he's the king of the herd right there, and they don't mess with him. Anyway, the does are in heat, and the boys are in a rut. They're ready to get busy. So I'm keeping them separated. If I can keep them down to 1 litter a year at this point, that'd be fine with me. It's just too hard to try to, while they're chasing them down and trying to mount them, and I'm trying to feed babies, and I have to be careful nobody gets hurt in that mix. It was just too much going on. And the main thing was, I don't want these mothers having babies out there where I have to go find them. I had that happen one time, and I learned my lesson. So whenever I know they're close to delivering, I keep them in this little corralled area here and don't let them out in the field. That's all fenced in. But there's a lot of ground to cover, and they don't always let you know that they're back there. There's just too many things that can happen. But at some point, probably mid-February, the entire herd will be back out there. You can see the sun's coming up. It's supposed to be pretty close to 81 today, I believe. It'll be a nice day. It's cold at night. Oh my goodness. Y'all are just full of piss and vinegar this morning. I've got their heaters in there. These 2 heaters, the one there and the one there, are brand new. They actually heat the entirety. They heat all 3 stalls. It may not seem like it, but once I close these at night, which I do, it contains the heat in there. And then the mother's body heat keeps them warm, and then they keep her warm. And this one wants to get out right now, but I can't let her out with other babies and other mothers because she's entirely too aggressive. She's not aggressive with people at all. But she believes, and I mentioned that earlier, she just believes everybody's the enemy as far as other goats when she's pregnant. Now, otherwise, she just keeps to herself. Before she had those babies, she pretty much, she'd mingle with the other goats, but for the most part, she wanted to keep by herself. That's just who she is. She's not very sociable. And she'll come up to me to get petted. That's more of a recent phenomena. See, even when she sees another mother coming, she gets out of the way. Because she's afraid that she's going to get rammed. Ain't that right? You don't want to get rammed, do you? You fight back, though, don't you? Huh? Hey, little girl. Psst, psst. What are you doing? See, they jump up on their moms. They're very affectionate. They're very playful. I'm glad she's feeling better. She's one of my most mellow. I've been so worried about her for the last 2 weeks. Just terrified. I'm in there 4 times a day, 5 times a day feeding the babies. I still do. Once I'm sure that they're eating solid food on a regular basis, then I can lay off. The first 48 hours, they need the colostrum from their mom. It's absolutely essential, or you end up with blind babies and all kinds of bad things happen. So I got as much of her milk as I possibly could out of her in the early days when one of her udders was working pretty good. But because she had an infection, I was afraid that she'd pass that infection on off to the babies, and we couldn't have that even though she was being treated. That's right, I'm talking about you. That's right. How you feeling? Better? Are you better? I know you appreciate it. You want to give me a kiss? Where's my... Oh, yeah, I thought so. Goats are affectionate, but not like a dog or a cat. It's very hard to gain their affection. It just takes time. They're still very suspicious, and this one's over here nudging me, telling me I want my head scratched. Oh, I'm guessing you have an itch, don't you? No? Is that not what it is? You always itchy. You're always itchy. Oh, I think I know what you're looking for. Well, you'll get your food when you go back in there. I'll fill that up for you. How's that? Yep, you got the wrong udder. You sure did. No, I'm not going to pet you no more for right now. I got some other stuff to do. Same to you. They burp and fart a lot too. That's another thing. At least mine do. It's the alfalfa.